Hi guys, I am coming on with you to talk all about goals because it's midway, actually near the end of January. Some of you may be feeling super fired up about your goals, but if I can guess correctly, some of you may be feeling really daunted by setting goals, or you may be too scared to set them because of a fear of maybe not reaching those goals that year and this year, and how that might make you feel and what you'll make that mean about who you are. Because let's face it, setting goals, it's scary because it's putting ourselves out there. It's saying, I want to achieve this. And of course, there's a fear of not being able to. Also, a lot of you have been reaching out to me and just asking, how do I even set goals? We're always talking about goals. I'm sure you've seen it all over your social media. But how do you set them? How do you make it feel good? And then how do you actually achieve them? And stay to the end. It's not going to be very long. I'm going to take you through a really quick presentation, but stay to the end because that's going to be the most important part I take you through. We're actually going to use a tool that's going to help shift any of the fear that is holding you back from feeling excited about your goals, believing in your goals, or even setting them in the first place. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now and take you through how my husband and I set our goals at the beginning of the year and why and how I'm actually already achieving them, even though it's not even the end of January yet. So one sec while I share my screen with you. Okay, so how do we set goals and feel amazing and excited about them? And how do we feel like we're actually achieving them? Because you know what, come February or March, I bet, let's guess, over 80% of the population forget about their goals, are not on track with their goals, and a lot of them has to do with the fact that they're not doing what I'm about to tell you. And it's actually shocking when you look at the statistics of how many people never even write their goals down. And guess what? The percentage of people that write their goals down are so much more likely to achieve them. But there's a specific way I write my goals down to make it feel doable and to get me really excited about them. For step one, I break my goals down into key categories. So what a lot of people do is they set goals on one piece of paper and it's too broad. So they mix up their health goals or their fitness goals with their income goals or their travel goals. I think it's much better for us to break them down into key categories. So I'd like you to pick out what the key categories are in your life that feel important for you in 2019. But here are the categories that I use. Health. And when I talk about health, I'm not just talking about fitness goals. I'm actually talking about health and wellness and mindset. I'll share with you in a moment what some of my health goals are. But for example, meditation is one of my health goals. Mindset, being present when I'm not on my phone, that's one of my health goals. Mindset is a huge part of our health and wellness. Career, finance, and love and family. Can you see how all four of those categories are completely different from one another? And there's going to be different unique goals within each of those categories. Step two, what is important for you in each of those categories? So as I was saying, health. For me, these are the goals I want to stick to throughout 2019 that will make me feel good. So working out 3 times a week, that's pretty much a must for me. And to be honest, that's something I've been using throughout the years. So to me, that doesn't feel so far-fetched. You need to pick a goal that feels doable for you. For me, meditation every morning is key. Now, I do meditate, but I was holding myself accountable by writing this down because I know I don't do it every morning. So I've written down 5 days a week. See how I'm trying to get as specific as I can, and I'm going to ask you to get even more specific in a moment. But instead of saying meditate every morning, now For some of you, that might mean 7 days a week. I know I'm probably not going to do that on a Saturday and a Sunday when I'm hanging out with my husband. So for me, Monday through Friday, that feels great. Another health goal, switching off from my phone every evening, like actually putting it on airplane mode. Otherwise, I'm always connected. I'm always on my phone because of my career and my business and what I'm doing. And then just a random one was learn Kundalini chants. I love Kundalini yoga, but I haven't learned all the chants yet. But another example, okay, career. I got specific about how many clients I want to book a month. Another one was doubling my followers, my email subscribers. This is all linked to my career. So obviously thinking about what works for you in your career. I actually have 2 careers. I work as an actress, and I'm also the founder of Girl Unfiltered, an author and a coach. So I separated those 2 careers, and I have unique goals in each of them. So if you are an entrepreneur or looking to start a business, or you already have started a business, great, that might be one career. Some of you may be pursuing that career, but also working another job or a different career at the same time. So separate the 2 and create unique aspects within both of them for yourself, so you can really clearly see what the goals are within each. Another example was finance. So instead of just saying random numbers and putting down a goal that felt like the kind of a good amount of money that I would like to make, I broke it down more than that, and I put how much money I want as income and how much money I want to be saving. I'm going to explain in a moment how I break that down throughout the year, because I don't want you guys to pick something that's like such a big goal that it doesn't feel tangible. We want our goals to feel tangible and doable. So what a lot of people do is they overestimate what they can do within a short period of time, and then underestimate what they can do in a longer period of time. Does that make sense? So don't pick a goal that's something like $20,000 a month if right now you're making $3,000. Because guess what? You're going to put so much pressure on yourself, and throughout the beginning months probably feel like you're not making that because it's too far of a jump, and then feel really down about it, feel like you're not reaching your goals, and then give up. We don't want that. So I'm going to explain how I make sure that doesn't happen. Warning. People set goals that are so big they don't feel tangible. Basically what I was just saying, because we see the memes, we see the Facebook posts, the Instagram posts about dreaming big and setting big goals. And while I'm absolutely a believer that that is possible, I'm absolutely a believer in setting goals and having dreams and having ambitions, what was happening for me was I was setting such big goals that I was putting so much pressure on myself, and I felt like a failure. So we want to make each of these tangible by doing this, breaking it into chunks. So I want you, within each aspect and within each goal, to write a timeline for yourself. So I break it down month by month, and that takes the pressure off of me. So think about what can you achieve between January and March, and write that goal down. Write that income goal down. Because what you're going to probably be earning or achieving come September, October, November will be more than what you're capable of doing right now between January and March. So break it down into bite-sized, doable chunks. So that's how I'm actually so excited, because I'm already hitting my goals. I'm already hitting my income goals because I see the projection. I see where I'm going, but I know I can't do all of it at once. So if I'm already hitting my January goal, and that means that I have room for growth. Then you can map out what feels right for you between March and June, and etc. and etc. But the most crucial step of all, and this is the part most people never deal with when it comes to setting their goals, is asking themselves these questions. Because how many of you are feeling so much fear coming up around this? So much fear about actually breaking down your goals and actually writing them down. I have mine up on a big whiteboard in my office, so I look at them every day. So please have them somewhere you can see to remind yourself. But these are the questions I want you to ask yourself. Where is my fear around setting these goals? So if you feel anxiety around writing them down or thinking about them, where is that fear? What are you afraid that might happen if you actually achieve these goals? This might seem like a weird question to ask yourself, but let's take the income goal. A lot of people have a lot of money mindset issues. This is something I work with in masterclasses, and I teach my clients, is their money mindset. So a lot of them have fear around actually making the kind of money that they want to make, that big, 10K a month, because they're worried about what people might say about them. They're worried about the responsibility. They're worried that they may end up losing it all. They're worried that people might judge them. These are all hidden mindset issues that so many of us are just subconsciously completely unaware of. I then want you to ask, what are you afraid of feeling if you don't achieve these goals? So maybe you've set goals in the past, but you haven't done them like I'm telling you to do today, and you haven't achieved them. And that's been a really sucky feeling, and you don't want to feel that again because you let yourself down. So you're too scared to set goals again. You're too scared to face them. It's too difficult to dream big. But then ask yourself, why are these goals important to you? What are you striving for? What do you want to feel? What feeling are you striving for? So let me give you an example. I had a lot of fear around setting my goals, quite honestly, at the beginning of January. And I worked through it by using the tools. Some of them I'm going to share with you at the end of this. But I realized that I was striving to feel something from my goals. So I was making it mean something about who I am. So, for example, my income goals. I was worried that if I didn't reach those goals, I would feel very, very unworthy and I would feel like a failure. I also looked at my goals and I thought, what feeling am I trying to create by achieving these goals? Well, for me, it was a feeling of worthiness. It was a feeling of fulfillment. And I asked myself, how can I create more of this for myself every single day before I've even achieved all of these goals? Because that's a gift I deserve to give myself now and not put the dependence on feeling that on my goals. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, obviously you're free to reach out to me and ask them. So we need to dissolve the fear so that you truly, truly know that you have the power. You have the power to create and design the life you want today. And I know that's a broad statement. And I know that you've probably read that on Instagram sometime and thought that's all very well and good, but maybe it's not possible for me. Let me tell you, as I said, had a lot of fear around setting my goals. And by asking myself these questions and using really amazing, empowering tools, I was able to shift so quickly within a few days out of that fearful mindset and into the feeling I have now, which is joy and excitement, because I can see physically that I'm achieving the goals I set for myself. And this is a prime example. So I was literally putting together the slides for this, sitting here working away on my laptop, and this ping went off on Facebook, and it was from a woman that I did a masterclass with on goal setting and worked with her very deeply on her money mindset issues. As I was putting the slides together for this, and this is what she said: oh my God, I'm already smashing my first income goal, which was £3,000. And that was for February. And she's already done that. We worked together 2 or 3 days ago. So really digging deep and using profound tools and questioning your fear and understanding where it comes from and tapping, which is something I'm about to show you, it works. Look, it really, 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 truly works. Look what she's achieved in just 2 days. We did a masterclass on Wednesday. Today is Friday. Amazing. So I am going to stop sharing my screen and just pop on camera right now, because I want to take you through one of the key tools that I use with my clients very quickly, to help dissolve some of the fear that may be coming up for you right now, even as I talk about goal setting. And that tool is tapping. Nope, we are not going to put on tapping shoes and dance. No, tapping is a form of therapy. It's called the emotional freedom technique. And it's my number one tool I use for clearing out any crap that is not serving me, so that I can be aligned and excited and in an abundant state of mind to create my dreams and make my goals possible. So let's start by tapping. Some of you may have never done it before. I just want you to tap along with me. I'm going to quickly show you what the tapping points are, and then I'm going to do a round of tapping with you. So we begin when tapping always on our karate chop point. Right here, I tap with my right hand. You can tap with your left hand. That's totally cool. And I use 2 or 3 fingers and very, very lightly, no whacking, tap on the karate chop point. Then we move to the top of the head. Then we move to the eyebrow point. And that's right where the socket is, eye socket, and the eyebrow where it begins. Then the side of the eye, still on the eye socket. Then we move to under the eye. And then under the nose. Chin point. Then I tap all over the chest, because that's where I hold most of my anxiety. And then we move to the bra strap point, which is just under the armpit where the bra strap begins. And then we go straight back to the head. But we're going to verbalize what is coming up for you right now. We're going to verbalize the fear and release it so it's not trapped within the body. So tapping on the karate chop point. Even though I'm feeling, and I want you to repeat after me, even though I'm feeling all of this fear around setting my goals, I still fully love and accept myself. Even though I know I've set goals in the past, and I haven't achieved them, which made me feel really crappy, I still fully love and accept myself. Even though I'm worried that I might not achieve these goals, I am ready and willing to release that fear, to tap it away, and fully love and accept myself. All this fear. It's a new year, so I have to look at my goals. But I really don't like doing that. I don't even like thinking about setting goals. Setting my goals really scares me. I'm forced to face myself. I'm forced to face my past. I'm forced to face my future. And I get really worried because I haven't always achieved my goals in the past. And I really don't like how that makes me feel. All this fear. All this fear around my goals. What if I don't achieve them? What will I make that to mean about who I am? I'll feel like a failure. I'll feel like I've let myself down. I don't want to feel that way. So it's easier to just give up. It's easier to not face my goals. But that's not how I want to feel. Maybe it's possible for me to change my mindset. Maybe it's possible for me to feel really excited about my goals this year. Maybe it's possible for me to release this fear. And if I release this fear, maybe it would be safe for me to actually get excited about my goals. That would be so cool. If I could write my goals down and fully believe in myself. Whew, that would be new. That would be a new kind of feeling. I wonder what it would feel like to actually feel like my goals are achievable. They are achievable. I'm willing to release the pressure I put on myself. I don't have to do it all at once. I don't have to achieve it all at once. So I'm breaking it down into manageable chunks. I don't have to do it all at once. Releasing that pressure. Releasing all that pressure I put on myself. Melting away. It's safe for me to get excited about my goals. I've achieved things in the past. So I'm reconnecting to that feeling. Reconnecting to joy. Reconnecting to love. I'm getting excited about my goals. Breaking them down into manageable chunks. Or bite-sized pieces. It's doable. It's totally doable. It's safe for me to set these goals. It's really safe for me to set these goals. Oh, and just take a big deep breath in. I hope you guys feel realigned and re-energized and actually excited to come off of this video and go now and set those goals. Put them up on a big whiteboard or a big A4 sheet of paper and stick them up and remind yourself that you are hitting those goals every day or every week that you look at them, and really anchor that feeling within yourself. I believe in you. You just have to believe in yourself too. And I want to spread this sense of self-belief with women everywhere around the world. So thank you for joining me in this, watching this video. But right now, there are other women out there who need to hear this too, who are doubting themselves and totally lacking self-belief within themselves. Let's spread the tools that we have around the world to help those people and help those women. So if there's somebody right now who you know needs to hear this, then just forward this email to her or send this link to her and tell her about these tools that you've just discovered, and really start implementing them for yourself too. I love hearing from you guys, so let me know how you felt when you were tapping. let me know what your big goals are for this year. And let me know if you would like any more information about the tools that I've shared with you today, specifically tapping. I'm always here to offer you guys love, support, and guidance. So sending you guys lots of love, and I'm really excited about the goals that you're going to be achieving for 2019. Mwah!